Hey, what's up, guys? Ash and Fort Gaming, welcome, welcome. 1 minute here. Sorry about the bit of the delay there. Nope, wrong thing. The capture cards have not liked working together. Also, just in general, I think I've mentioned this capture card's weird sometimes. Yeah, I might have to replug it. But how you guys doing today? We'll get this all working soon. I think. Well, maybe I've been fiddling with it long enough that I was just messing with it long enough the switch turned off. That's all I was doing. All right. Cool. Let's get this going. How you guys doing today? What's my favorite Pokemon? Rowlet. Rowlet's like my all-time favorite. It used to be Ralts, and then Rowlet came out in Sun and Moon, and from then on it was just set. Yo, Juan, what's going on? Am I itchy girl now because of the itchy nose and the long hair? Fair. Pretty good you got a shiny Pidgey during your lunch break at work. Awesome. Awesome. Also, everyone, let me know what the audio is like to you. I don't know, the music sounds a little loud to me, but I might just have my headphones a bit loud, and the mix might be okay for y'all. Yo, Vanillix, what's going on, man? First encounters. I forgot how good my step was there on Azelf. You got that shiny Pidgey and Let's Go Eevee. Awesome, man. Congrats. Congrats on that. Hopefully we get a good mix of music today. I just have a Monster Cat on shuffle. I need to curate a playlist at some point. But I figure I pay for the license to like not get copyrighted on this music, so I'm gonna use it. I've been too focused on listening to other music that I can't play, that I haven't listened to any of the music I can. Yo, Cinder, how's it going? Why must I stream while at work? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it seems our works just line up where you're working when I finally get done. But it's good to see you, Cinder. It's been a while. It has been a very long while, I feel, since I've seen you in a stream. How you been? Hopefully work's not going too poorly or anything. This is gonna be a little bit... I don't have my script on, I just realized. None of these counts have been going up. I was like, hold on, these numbers look... I think... I've done 2 of each. There we go. Missed recent streams because some notifications weren't on. Works fine, slow as usual. It's only 5:30, so I'll pick up dinner rush an hour or 2. I gotcha. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, YouTube notifications are so weird. Yo, Nil, what's going on? How you doing? You're moving out this week? Like, out of home or out of college? Because I know you were at a... Or are you going back to college? Also, I feel like the music's still a little loud. Is it a little loud for you guys? Hopefully that's not too low. It was a little loud. I felt like I was yelling over myself. Rocking the new hair. It's been almost a year since I got it cut at this point. I don't know. Every day it gets longer is the longest it's ever been. Moving out of home. Awesome, dude. Back to school then? It's on in your freshman year, right? Oh yeah, you start your second semester of college. Yeah. Working weekend evenings now because of college. Leaves your entire week open for class and such. Also leaves your Tuesday and Wednesday evenings open for raiding with your WoW group. Nice, nice. How's school been going for you, Cinder? I feel like these counts are going to be off tonight, guys, just because I'm trying to getting used to the double hunting again. Red Knight is very important to you. Very fair, very fair. I've never gotten into WoW, and I feel like that's a good thing. I'd sink way too much time into an MMO. A lot of my friends have really recently gotten into Elite Dangerous, which I'm pretty sure that from what they've said, it's an MMO, and I don't know. I'd be worried for just any of my free time. But yeah, it's been almost a month, if not over a month, since I last streamed. I think work just got really like crazy for a little bit, and then it was holidays. Like I mentioned it on Twitter at one point, and I think I mentioned it before on streams. Like there have been streams that have been canceled in the past just because of like work suddenly going way late, which is never fun and never something I want to happen, but that's just how it be. And so like fortunately, usually those kind of things are scheduled like at least a week out, so I can be like, all right, well, I gotta work late Wednesday, can't stream Wednesday or something. But like when we were coming up on the end of the year, there was a lot of like, we can't do stuff on certain day because like we had to finish stuff up before like December 18th, I think, was our cutoff day. No changes after that because like no one's in the office for the last 2 weeks. So there's a lot of emergency requests put in where it's like, I had my schedule laid out, and then 30 minutes into Monday, my week's schedule is completely blown. So I just couldn't schedule anything for that little bit there. But things have calmed down now. And I've got the capture cards working again. Yo, Chozo, what's going on, man? Thank you for the super chat, dude. Super chat hype. How you doing, Chozo? And JT, welcome, welcome. Drawing Jerry Trainer with charcoal as your first time using charcoal. How's that going, man? Is it for class? I'm gonna turn my AC on real quick. I forgot how hot it gets while streaming. Alright. Get the headphones back in and we're good to go. Chozo the simp. I gotta do a bit more on this layout. I know, I threw it together real quick, because, like, my initial plan was to have 3 going, but, my third cap card just was refusing to work. It's just sad sitting in a drawer. I was gonna get some Game Boy stuff up on here too, but, I don't know what I did, because for a while I had my 3DS and my, like, original DS cap cards working at the same time. But there's some weird stuff you have to do with Windows to make it work. Like it's a problem where like they both want the same driver, but they want different versions of it, and they just refuse to work together. But I know it works. I had it working for like over a year. I had it working for over a year on my old computer, so I gotta figure out what the heck I did with that. Growing out the mullet. Much to Mel's dismay, but yeah. No, it was gonna be like I'll get it cut when we go back to the office, because like I get my hair cut like right by the office, like in the same little like park. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll just do that. Like, if I'm not going, if it's too like big of an issue still and too dangerous to go to work, surely it's too dangerous to go and like get your hair cut. Like that's not a big thing. And so I was like, all right, you know, we're gonna be home for like 6 months or something, and now it's pushed back to at least June for us. So I don't know. I don't know, yeah, as soon as it went, like, originally it was just going to be to the end of the year. It's like I would have been getting it cut about now, but it's been almost a year since I got it cut. I got it cut in, like, February. You'll say it's going okay. You're not getting 85 plus. Ah, man. Gonna be okay. Professor Jackson wants you using something new. Hey. Slightly late response to you. I got a couple customers. You're all good. Passed all your courses in the last semester and taking 3 classes for this one. Awesome. Congrats on passing. Yeah, so I still need to do a little bit of work with the layout. Like I want to get the alerts back up there. Or, you know, like subs or super chats or anything like those come across. Oh, no, didn't need that one. But, what was I saying? But, like I said, I was trying to get, like, another thing in the layout, and I wasn't sure if it was just going to be 2 or 3. It's like, this is just very quickly thrown together. I think, the border for, like, all the different things is just the same border, but squished. So that'll be something I take some time this weekend and work on. Since you call her Miss Jackson instead of Professor, you know, she's gotta be the cool professor. Which I mean, I guess like it's a weird like half step, because usually it'd be like you call them by their first name and it's like super chill, or you just keep professional. I don't know. That's weird. Should be taking 4 by next semester, when hopefully in-person classes can resume. I gotcha. I hate the online classes. They have their perks for sure, but it's hard to focus. I wouldn't do well in online classes. For one, I just feel like I need to get out and do something. And like I hate having my I hate having like work and home together, so like school and home together is not that great either. Like it was nice living on campus at college, where it's like my dorm was my dorm. That's where my computer was. That's where I'd just hang out with like my friends online and play games. But then I could walk to classes, so it was still like it was like the best of both. I didn't have to go very far, but like they were very distinct places. But now the fact that this is where I relax, and about 10 feet to my left is where I work. Yeah, I'd struggle. I struggled with focusing like normal classes. I can imagine trying to focus in an online class. College offered an English class about manga, but everyone took it. Oh, that one's gonna fill up immediately. Like, that's one of those classes that you have to just have the early registration slot to get. Unless, like, it's required, like, specifically that focus for your major or something, and you can argue your way into it. Yeah. Because there were definitely a few, like, elective kind of courses where it's like, oh, you want this one, but you better, like, have senior level credit hours already so you get that first registration slot. Otherwise, you're screwed and you're never taking it. Classes are on the same computer that all your games are on. Hard to get in the mindset that you're in class and not freely able to game. Right? So that's another thing I tried to do. Like, right when we started working from home, and it was originally going to be like a month, where it's like, it was long enough to, like, get equipment to help with it, but it wasn't long enough that it was going to be like, how do I plan to, like, change my whole lifestyle for a while? I bought a laptop dock because we had the same one at work, and I was like, all right, I'll plug up my monitors, and I can just like get a switch and use my keyboard and my mouse and everything, and just hit a button, the screen switch back, my keyboard and mouse switch back to control my PC. Like, it was gonna be great. It was like the perfect combo, right? It was not. Not because like, oh, I was. For me, it wasn't so much. In that case, it wasn't the. I couldn't focus on work because I would game at the same stuff. It was I couldn't I couldn't relax at night because this chair was my office chair and this desk was my office desk and these screens had all my work on it and stuff like that. That's where that was rough. So I had to like separate that, and I had to set it up where like I got like some of those smart lights, so I have like a work and a not work setting. So right now it's on not work, but like if I put it on work, like the lights get more of like a pure fluorescent kind of white. And at like 5 or 5:30, I just get to go, hey Google, I'm done with work. And they change, and that's so nice. That's like my ritual at the end of the day, and it's like that alone is enough to actually like kind of help. Hey Mel, welcome. How you doing? So yeah, like, yeah, I wouldn't have done super well with online stuff class-wise. At least works like a little more lenient in my focus. You know, it's not like it's not like I'm able to not focus on work and it's fine, but like if I need to stand up and like walk away because I know I'm getting distracted, I can with work. There's no one to yell at me for not sitting down for a set 50 minutes to an hour and a half kind of deal. It's like if I put in the 8 hours, you know, I put in the 8 hours. If I take a 5-minute break, I take a 5-minute shorter lunch break or whatever. Like, there's a little bit more fluidity there. You right back? All right, Juan. Old gen hunts, older gen. Yeah, I wanted to get like actual older gen hunts in, but I still have to figure out the the weird like issue between the two cap cards, because I really wanted to. I wanted to do. It probably would have been a Torchic soft reset hunt in Emerald, or not in Emerald, in Ruby. That's what I'm feeling like it would have been. Should probably head out now. Getting busy. All right, Cinder. It was really good seeing you. It's been a while. Hope work doesn't get too hectic, and I hope to see you again soon. Yeah. Now that you got notifications turned on. All right. Yeah. Looking forward to it. And now that I've got my other cap cards set back up, I'm really gonna start like trying to stream some more, because I think you know Crown Tundra definitely, like, the DLCs for Sword and Shield got me back into it a little bit. But these soft resets are so long. Like, the Switch is loading, and like I'm not even able to like skip cutscenes before the 3DS is back up to a point I can start skipping. The load times are ridiculous. Yo, Levani Tribe. I wonder who that could be. You're back with your Coke and Pepsi. The blasphemy still. I've just got my normal, like, Coke in the tall cans. I only had one professor that would call you out for having your camera off. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that. That's just, like, that's the weird thing. It's like, oh, turn your camera on. It's like, I've had meetings for work where, like, the internet, my laptop just couldn't handle, like, that. I don't know what the laptop was doing. But, like, I had to turn my video off and, like, cancel everyone else's video just to, like, hear people, which is the more important part of everything there. Get a Pepsi and mix it with the Coke and drink it? No. I have a Mountain Dew in the fridge, though. That's the same thing, right? still not gonna do it. I keep getting these weird moments of like, I've heard these songs before with Monster Cat. And being like, how have I heard this song before? And like, almost all of these have been because of Rocket League. Like, I can't even say it's really unreasonable anymore. At the time, it was unreasonable to have that many hours in the game. But 500 to, like, 500 to 600 hours by 2020, having bought the game, like, in its first month, like, that's not a lot. This was definitely one of the Rocket League menu songs, right? Better than drinking Pepsi in a Coke glass? I don't know, mixing them kind of is like, I don't know. I'm concerned for one. Something's gonna catch up with them with this. I don't know what it is, but I still stand by my complete dislike of Pepsi. Like, it is one of the few times where if I ask for a soda and they say, is something okay? If they say if Pepsi's okay, it's not okay. It's never okay. I'll just take water then. Usually I'll just take water anyways, but if I was in the mood to have a Coke and they said like, oh, is Pepsi okay? The answer's no, and I'll just take water. Or like Sprite Sierra Mist or, you know, anything like that, that's fine. But I don't know, something about Pepsi, I just genuinely don't like it. Sprite is never okay? I don't know, JT, that might be a worse take than liking Pepsi. Sprite's the best. Wrong controller. Yeah, I think it's probably for the best that I only did a dual hunt tonight instead of like trying to go for a triple hunt. I think the triple hunt would have been cooler, but I don't think I'd have been able to handle it. Hey, a horse! Welcome, welcome. How you doing today? Pepsi's way more artificial and sugary. They're both very artificial. Like, I won't say like Coke is some natural gift or anything. They're both just like syrup mixed with fizzy water. I was like, JT, you said, wonder if I'll have a ponytail next stream. I can almost do it now. It's getting to the point that I could. Sprite's good too. Obviously, I agree. That was like the thing that I always had a can or two of Sprite per stream back in college. So clearly I enjoy Sprite. Pepsi Man's gonna be at my door. That is true. Pepsi Man does exist. That's the one thing Pepsi has going for it. Coke started as a medicine. This is true. It's still the best medicine. I don't know. That's a false claim. I take that one back. Root beer slaps it. Root beer's great. I have to be in the right mood for it. And usually if I can get root beer, I can get cream soda, and I'll take cream soda over root beer. Like, root beer is something where I can have like a can of it or something, and it's like, it's good. I can't have a lot of it. So I really shouldn't have a lot of it, but the root beer's up there. Yo, Megu, what's going on? Welcome. How you doing today? Cream soda's a meh. You're a meh. You're also just wrong. Dr. Pepper cream soda's better? Is that like cream soda just made by Dr. Pepper? Or is that like Dr. Pepper flavored cream soda? That, I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. Root beer or ginger ale? Between the two, I take root beer, personally. Like, ginger ale for me is, like, associated mostly with when I'm sick, so it has, like, it tastes like, whenever I have it, it reminds me of the feeling of being sick, because I usually only have ginger ale when I'm sick. Don't know if you've ever had Pepsi? I've had it. I don't like it. Orange vanilla Coke, it's different. That is really good, actually. Like, I hadn't seen any of the apparent, like, memeable commercials that they had for it or something that they were doing. Like, I never saw any of those. I just, like, walked into, like, one of the convenience stores on campus one day when I was still in college, and, like, it was just in the freezer, or, like, not in the freezer, but in, like, the fridge. I was like, I like vanilla Coke, and I like, orange Fanta. What's this like? That was really good. I do like that. And, like, people saw me treating it, is that actually any good? And I was like, yeah? Because I guess they had just seen the commercials and thought it was a complete joke. But it's actually pretty good. Vanilla Coke is great. Yes. Vanilla anything is usually the best. Cream soda's my true feelings, though. Like, cream soda's great. I don't know what Vanillix is talking about. Client wanted to drink a special fountain drink that made the pill taste like Coke, and the doctor took a taste and later turned to Coke. Like, just made Coke from that? Was your obsession for a while? It's fine, like, I'll get it every once in a while. Like, too much of it's gonna ruin it. And I'm aware of that. Like, you know, it's not one of those things that, like, it's not one of those things that I can just, like, have constantly and just be like, this is always gonna be great. Like, it's too specific of a flavor for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but, like Sprite is just Sprite. That exists. Like, there's never a point where I'm going to, like, make myself sick of Sprite. Or even just, like, regular Coke or something. But, like, vanilla orange Coke is, like, its own special, like, flavor. And it's like, I don't know, I couldn't have too much of that. Did I really Google boy? I had to Google, like, the God of War character when you mentioned it. Because I haven't played God of War ever. I've never owned a PlayStation to play it. So, I've never been interested in following anything related to it because I'd never have a way to play it. Like, every once in a while, like, if I'm, like, at the store getting groceries or something, and it's just, like, at the end of the cashier aisle, like, I'll just grab it out of that, but that's about it. Which is really where I get most of my soda at this point, is, like, grabbing a can or two here and there. So I try not to drink as much as I used to. Oh yeah, so Juan, is this like charcoal drawing physical charcoal? I assume it is? Or is it's not just like using a digital like charcoal recreation or anything? I was gonna ask if you were gonna do like a time lapse of it, but clearly you wouldn't be able to do that if it was just a like physical drawing. Physical charcoal, cool. Hey, so how was everyone's like New Year's and all that? As I know it was very different this time around for everyone for sure. Like, you know, holidays and everything this time, and not being able to do nearly as much. Like, I went to try to see some fireworks just because, like, they're always shot off near my apartment. Like they have the stock for years. Like they're just gonna do it. And there's like an empty parking deck to go stand in for them, but it was so foggy that all you could see was just the glow. You could hear the explosions and you could see this like faint glow through the fog, but there was no actual fireworks to really see. It was interesting. It was very interesting. It was pretty cool. It wasn't what I was expecting. Like, I definitely was like, the fireworks clearly were like maybe like 50 yards from like where they're going up from. Like, clearly we'll still be able to see it, but no, the fog was still like too thick at that point, and it was just this like glow for most of it. Did nothing on New Year's. That's fair, man. It was poopy. That's unfortunate, Negu. I'm sorry. Christmas didn't feel like Christmas. Dude, it just... I'm still waiting for summer to happen, man. Like, all of fall, I was constantly having to remind myself, like, it's not still spring. Like, it really, it's just such a weird year. You know, usually I go and see, like, a whole bunch of different people for it. My friends and I will get together and have, like, a LAN party or something, like, while we're all still around at our parents' and stuff like that. But, like, none of that happened this year. I mean, like, the last time I've seen anyone outside of, like, Mel, her immediate family, and, like, my immediate family was... I saw Brad, one of the old mods from the streams, around Thanksgiving. That's been it. Before that, it was like July. So yeah, it was very different this year. I wouldn't say it was bad, at least from my perspective. It was kind of nice to have something just be way quieter and calmer, and like plans falling apart wasn't stressful. You know, like sometimes I feel like it just ends up being, you know, you kind of end up in that situation where it's like, we have this and this and this and this to get through. We're going to try to get through them all, and then it clearly falls apart. But now it's like, it falls apart, you just go, oh, well, we probably, sorry about that. We probably shouldn't have seen them anyways, kind of thing, right? Not recording the drawing because you have no idea how to transfer the video to your computer. Managed to do it with a different drawing. I gotcha. New Year's was full of grinding Smash. For me, it was spent largely enjoying having another day off work. Because I was the on-call person for my team on the week of the 28th, which means, like, I couldn't take that week off as well. It's like most people on my team were taking like 2 weeks off, and I only took one because I didn't put in my time until way too late, basically, and like I was scheduled as on call because everyone else had taken off. So it was nice to have a 4-day week. And then Mel was here. We helped Mel put together a computer, so now she has a new computer that she can play games and stuff on. News is getting a Christmas drawing out before going to bed. Yeah, man. New Year's even was really just very different this time because, for one, usually for New Year's, like, I don't do anything. I watch like the Times Square ball drop or something. Last year I went like bowling with some friends. That was the first time I'd done anything for New Year's. You know, usually it's just kind of like, hey, we put on. I'm playing video games. Then we put on like the Times Square ball drop, watch the like 5 minutes leading up to the ball drop, go Happy New Year's, and I go back to playing games. But yeah, so this year we tried to go watch fireworks just because they're right there. They're across the street from my apartment, basically. You know, like, so we went over there, tried to watch those unsuccessfully. Then came back here and tried to watch just the next time zone's ball drop. But that was very strange. Because there wasn't one. It was very... The production value on, like, on Central Times, New Year's Eve stuff that happens right after, like, the Times Square Eastern Time stuff's already pretty low. But then there was just, like, 2 of the hosts doing it from one of their houses with, like, a small camera crew and Skype. And it was a very interesting thing to watch. Like, Mel and I just spent, like, most of the time laughing at them and, like, all the just dead air of... It was, like, dead air, then someone started talking, and then another person, oh, can you hear us? It's like, yes, I can hear you, and it's all this, like, just kind of a disaster. Uh-oh. Is the stream okay for y'all? OBS freaked out on me for a second there. Rick also was rushed. Just wanted something out for Christmas. I know you posted that, and then your other video, you're like, this is supposed to go out. What's it doing? Sorry about the stream being glitchy. I don't know what's going on. OBS to the place here. I've got Task Manager open now to hopefully figure what the heck's going on out. Hopefully it's not a continuous problem. Stream's fine? Okay. Yeah. Weird. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it was lasting. It dropped a good number of frames according to OBS. Stream's okay. Starting to fix, yeah. Yeah, there was like a weird, like, kind of... Like, I saw the bitrate go down, and then it spiked, like, twice as high as it should be, and then it came back down, so I don't know. Maybe it fixed itself before it became a problem? I almost reset the wrong game. Yeah, so maybe it was like, it just buffered it and then pushed it all out faster than it needed to. I think your computer lagged at the same time, so you didn't realize it. Benefits of an old laptop. If the stream's always laggy, then there's never really a frame drop. Yeah, I don't know, it's being weird. I might have to, like... It is very weird. Like, I'm seeing like my just network drop entirely. Very strange. I might have to like reorganize where I have different capture cards plugged in and stuff on the computer. Like, as weird as that is, it might be an issue of like the capture cards are overloading some data line. I don't know. Didn't get any like, alright. Yeah. Quality went down, but it's fine now. Yeah, I might... Can I drop that midstream? I can't drop the, yeah, I can't drop anything midstream. It should be outputting 720, so... Should be okay. If it's dead, there's nothing to kill in the first place. Basically that, yeah. If it's always crappy, there's never a quality drop. Yeah. It seems to be okay for the most part. If there are issues, it's fixing itself relatively quickly. Nothing like the old apartment though. That was always a mess. We had what, like, it was, if we didn't have at least like 3 complete stream crashes that required me restarting, like, it was a good day. So I'm gonna use that to appreciate the moment, and just appreciate the fact that this isn't normal anymore. Schedule got finalized and it's bad. How bad is it, man? This is for like new classes. Oh, wrong one. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna reset the wrong game at some point. If they were both like the same timing, this would be a bit easier. If you got the manga class, everything would be fine. The fun class to kind of balance everything out. I feel that. Charcoal isn't as bad as you thought it would be, but if you make a mistake, you can hardly fix it. Yeah, because you're basically, I guess most drawings kind of like staining the paper, but you're really just like smearing charcoal into the paper, right? And so like, there's not an eraser for that. I keep hitting this joystick here, like this thumbstick, when I need to be hitting the circle pad. I could use a white charcoal pencil to kind of erase, but it's not that useful. It's basically just like drawing white back on top of it. Oh, well. Hit the wrong one. Granted, I could have done it anyways, but I didn't check. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get through our usual 150 today, guys. Bold prediction here, but I don't think we're doing 150 Regidragos in an hour or in 2 hours or whatever I'm streaming for. It's definitely a little bit clunkier. I think it'd be fun to get just some more old school hunts going. Like, obviously we've started Regidrago and I want to finish it. I have too many unfinished hunts just sitting out there as it stands. I definitely just reset the 3DS, didn't I? I definitely reset the 3DS when I saw Regidrago. $149 tops. Yeah, no way we're hitting 150. 149's like a max. Yeah. I think, like, obviously, like I said, I want to finish Regidrago. I want to finish, like, all the backlog of hunts. As Elf's one. Really, the rest of the Ultramoon, like, legends are all hunts that are on the list. There's a Ghastly, there's a Grookey. Squavid I found off stream, so I kind of finished that one. I still find it really funny that I found that in like the 3 encounters I did off stream. There's a bunch that are out there that are kind of weird loose ends. Ralts is another one. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be fun to do some more like old school hunts. I feel like the encounters were quicker. The odds were worse, but like that can be more entertaining and more enjoyable for me to some extent as well. Charmander Hunt 2.0, we're not doing another one of those for a while. It's like, nope, I have done my time with that. I could do Bulbasaur. I just say like, oh, I've done my time with that. Let's do the exact same hunt, just a different Pokemon in the same like selection. I could do Bulbasaur. I have Fire Red, so I could do a Gen 3 Bulbasaur hunt. That could be interesting. But like, I'd have to get the other cap card working though. Like I said, like I don't have both of my DS cap cards working just because of some conflicting software problem that my old computer I was able to like sketchily resolve. Like the way that one was working was by the end of it I had to like mark the cables and like the port they went into on the back of my computer. Because if they plugged into those two plugs, separately plugged into those two plugs, it worked. But it didn't work the other way around. Like, something was so specific about the plugs that they were in that they had to be in those plugs to work. And if they were in different plugs, all bets were off. Odds are it wouldn't work. I don't know if Windows 8 versus Windows 10 has anything to do with why like Windows 10 isn't letting me do the same like workaround. But it's very weird because they're both Katsukity capture cards. It's just one's a 3DS, the other is an original DS, and so they say that they're both like the same device. But one wants the old driver and the other one wants the new driver. And so like it just does this weird like thing where if I have it set up for the new capture card to work, the old one doesn't recognize the driver. Or it says like the driver's already in use, but then if I put the new one in and get like the old one working, the new one says that the driver's is out of date, and it's this weird like runaround where I have to somehow convince one of the devices that I've updated the driver and have it specifically go and take the old version that wasn't updated or something. TLDR, it's a mess. It's something where I'm just going to be clicking buttons in random orders until it, like, succeeds. Didn't get the Ghastly. No, I never got Ghastly. I'd have to restart that hunt, because I put Sun back in my non-capture card system to do just some SOS hunts while watching, like, The Mandalorian. Can't see why kids love the flavor of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I mean, yeah. It's the, cinnamon swirls in every bite? Is that the motto? I don't know. I haven't seen the commercials in so long. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good, though. Some of, like, the generic store brands are better, but, like, the cinnamon square, like, cereal is the best. Or one of the best. It's a close tie with Cap'n Crunch. Cap'n Crunch would win if it didn't just, like, lacerate the roof of your mouth every time you took a bite. With or without milk? Yeah. Yeah. Preferably with milk, though. Only good part of Lucky Charms was the marshmallows. Didn't they make that its own cereal at one point? Just like, oops, all marshmallows or something? Or I have that mixed up with something else. Mandalorian was great. It's so good. I finally finished the first season, and I'm like an episode or two into the second season now. But like, it's not one of those shows that I can just like put on while I'm working or put on while I'm playing a game. Like, it has to be the main thing I'm focusing on. So like, you know, shiny hunting and soft resetting or SOS hunts, I can do those in the background. I just have to check and make sure that I don't like knock something out that is a different color than all the other ones. Like that's all I have to do. So there's very little like focus that gets pulled away from the show and actually paying attention, or like work, or you know, playing Civ or Hollow Knight or Halo or something. Like anything else is background to that. Nesquik cereal. What was that? Some off-brand cereal called Dino Bites with marshmallows is good. It's basically Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows. Huh. I wouldn't want marshmallows and Fruity Pebbles, though. Personally. Second season's awesome. I've heard really good things, and I've seen the scene that came after the final credits. You know, the one that announced the new show. And I guess I don't know if that counts as a spoiler. I mean, I personally was fine with it, but I won't say the specifics of it. But the one that announced the new show, I saw that after credits scene. I was like, oh, that's cool. Star Wars is on a comeback. They really, really butchered it with the new trilogy of movies, but they're on a comeback. Letting Feige and Favreau just do whatever they want is like the best thing that could have ever happened to Star Wars. This must be a shorter list of songs. It is not a shorter list of songs, it's just Monster Cat Shuffle has no problem repeating stuff quickly. It seems, because I know I've heard this, I know a couple songs have come up twice. Not really an issue, though. Marvel making some cool Disney Plus stuff. Is any of, like, the side stuff out for Marvel yet? Like, any of the new shows? Or are they still all in production? Like, I don't know if the pandemic halted their production or anything. Because, like, I know I remember them all getting announced, but I never remember seeing them, like, show up anywhere. So I don't know if they actually have happened yet. I don't follow a lot of, like, that stuff too closely. It just kind of comes out and I check it out. Or I'll, like, see it somewhere and then I'll check it out. If you want spoilers, you can look it up then. Spoilers, okay, Baby Yoda's in Season 2. Shh. WandaVision's this week. Okay. Really? That's a Marvel thing. Yeah. Like, I knew WandaVision was supposed to be a thing. Like, that was one of the ones I remember hearing about and then suddenly wasn't hearing about anymore, aside from just, like, occasional promotional image. It's like I wasn't sure if it happened. It was just like, go watch it. Or if it was like, don't forget we're producing this. You can spoil it for us. You can assume that we've all spoiled it for ourselves, and you don't have to. What happened to the Black Widow movie? It got pushed back to at least this summer, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Like Disney didn't want to release that movie into a theater that was empty. Understandably. Yeah, I'm gonna mix up the... Yeah, I removed one of the tags. I removed the tag filter on Monster Cat, so we'll get a different loop of songs here. Alright, I guess we're getting songs with some more lyrics now. Didn't mean to hit that one. Spoiler alert, he dies, because technically that's true for every show in vague enough. It happens to someone. At some point, a character will probably die. It's like, yeah. Seen it, but you don't mind it being spoiled? Or you haven't seen it, but don't mind it being spoiled? I'm close enough to getting through it that I don't want it spoiled. You know, like, there can be that thing where you haven't seen the show, or you're waiting to see the show. So, like, you're gonna forget it all before you watch it, and then there's having seen it. Like, I know I'm gonna finish it soon, and I know I'm gonna remember it. It got pushed this summer. I mean, I guess this summer, theoretically, hopefully, movie theaters will be, like, a thing again. Did that when Endgame came out? Didn't know that you were right. such a good ending. Let's not spoil it. I'm excited to see what it is then. Movie theaters still serve popcorn, or can they not do that? I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to, because I mean, that's still just like, that's like any restaurant serving you food, right? Probably any of the things where like you put your own butter on it and stuff probably aren't really a thing. I haven't been to a movie theater since everything closed down, and I don't intend to go back until things are well open again. Not too different from normal, just some rows you can't sit in and you gotta wear a mask the whole movie. Yeah, I mean, that's really, like... What do you expect a place that's just a bunch of seats to do? I know they're hurting. Like, movie theaters are clearly hurting, and, like, they're all upset that movies are just going straight to streaming and stuff, but... like... I don't know. I think there are a lot of people like me who... usually will go see a movie in theaters. But it's not important that I see it in a theater. It's just like, oh, this is interesting. I can go hang out with friends. But, like, I can't do that right now, so I'm not going to go sit in a theater by myself. Or anything. Like, I have no rush. Yeah. Yeah, they just got to crank the prices up to try to, like, not... try to not go under. Seen the new Pixar movie? Soul was so good. I was not expecting it to be the kind of movie that it was. Yeah, Mel and I watched that, like, yeah, because that came out on Christmas. And, like, Mel and I avoided watching it individually until we could see it together when she came over here. That was such a good movie. I really enjoyed it. It was... I wouldn't say it's, like, golden Pixar. You know, it's not like that golden span of like Pixar movies that's at least my childhood, which is probably part of the factor, but it is a very good movie. It has its own feel, and it is very good. I really enjoyed it, and I recommend everyone watch it if you have the ability to, because it's not what I thought it was going to be. Surprised at how good it was. Like, from the bits that I had been able to see, you know, from like trailers and stuff, because they did a good job also of not showing off too much in the trailers. From what they showed enough for me to know kind of what the movie's theme was going to be. Like, it gave me the premise. Like, it gave the setup, and it's like, that's good, that's what it should do. And then some of the promotional images kind of tease things that I hadn't thought about. Like, I never thought about, like, why certain things were in, like, promotional pictures for it and stuff. Like, it's just like, it's in that. Okay, whatever. But yeah, like, one of the earlier kind of, like, shift from what, like, trailers had kind of shown was really good, and I liked the whole movie. It was very good. The Forbidden One, thank you for the $5 super chat. Pixar's better than Disney-only movies? Usually. Usually. They've had a couple stumbles, but on the whole, I agree. Don't know hype indeed. Turned after a long time of inactivity. Well, welcome back. How have you been doing? 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, it deserves that. It was really good. I don't know when I'd watch it again, but I'll probably watch it again. Not as like a full sit-down movie experience, but it's like, it was a good enough movie. I'll put it on while I'm like playing a game or while I'm doing work. That'll happen at some point. We got the VR set? Awesome! What game's he playing? Finally watched Toy Story 4. It's okay, I don't like the stupid sport. I was okay with 4. Mel really didn't like 4, and that's fair. That's fair. 3 was just such a clean ending for Toy Story. Like, they didn't need to come back and make that. Be very active in your chats. It's good to have you back, man. How have you been? And Dermuffle, how you doing? Everyone's been happy and healthy. I've been doing well. Hope you've been doing well as well. He's just showing them the demo stuff right now. Oh, yeah. That demo stuff's really cool, though. Like, there's some like picking up stuff. Because you got the Rift, right? Yeah. Mel despised Toy Story 4. For what it was, I thought it was an okay movie. It's very unneeded. Oh, that's... Yes, that is, like... If there's no other theme, it's that. It's an unnecessary movie. Speaking of bad Pixar movies, I finally watched Cars 2. I hadn't seen Cars 2 until, like... I think it was Tuesday. It might have been Tuesday or... No, I don't think... It might have been... Sometime this week I watched Cars 2 for the first time while, like, playing Hollow Knight. It was a very dumb movie. It also falls into that super unneeded category. I would say it's better than Toy Story... Or it's... No, I would say Toy Story 4 is better than Cars 2. Sorry, I almost got that very wrong. Because, like, you can tell so hard that, like, every character, every voice in Cars 2 phoned it in so badly. It's just so rigid. It's terrible. Incredibles 2, good or bad? I wanted it to be better. The ending scene wasn't that great. Like, the climax of the movie wasn't super great. Yeah, like, I've watched Incredibles 2 multiple times. It's just, it felt very lackluster at the end. Like the climax of the movie shouldn't feel like it's dragging on, but it felt like it was dragging on. Everyone in Toy Story 4 is just brain dead for no reason. General movie tropes. You got 2 big exams ahead of you next month. Don't think you can learn enough in that short amount of time. Best of luck with it, man. I hope it goes well. Oh, the villain was done? I wouldn't even say I had problems with the villain. As a standalone movie, I personally don't think it was bad. I just think it's like, but we had such a good, like, ending for Toy Story 3. Like, again, falls into this category of I'm, like, at the perfect age for a lot of these Pixar movies. Like, I was in high school when Andy was going off to college and stuff. Like in general, like, Toy Story kind of went along, like, just ahead of where my life was at. And it was like, alright, cool, I can relate to this. And it was a very just... It was just very like, thinking back on 4. Cars 2 is your childhood, you're very biased towards it. That's fair. I won't judge anyone for liking it. I just personally didn't. Or, like, in the sense of I could tell it was something, like, because the whole history of that movie is that Pixar didn't even want to make it. So, like, no one really wanted to make it outside of the people that are just getting money from it existing. You know, Cars was their most, like, successful franchise for toys out of Pixar. Like, clearly, you have every single car ever in the movie in you know, Disney branded Hot Wheel cars, essentially. Like, that's gonna sell ridiculously well. So they made Cars 2 with the sole purpose of, let's have a car for, let's introduce all of these different cars throughout the movie, all the different racers in the, Grand Prix, all the different announcers, all the cameos, all the just random little cars, Mater having, like, disguises so you could have different versions of Mater to sell. Like, the movie was designed to give them as many different cars to make as toys. That's what the movie was meant to do. That's where Disney forced Pixar's hand in that regard. I do think it's cool them having, like, actual racers be voice cameos. I think Jeff Gordon, Lewis Hamilton are the two that I, like, know off the top of my head were in that movie. And I think Lewis Hamilton was replaced depending on what language it was in. I think in Spanish it was Fernando Alonso instead of Hamilton, and in German it was Sebastian Vettel. So it's like, that was cool. That was neat. I appreciated that. I also appreciate Lewis Hamilton coming back and being the voice of Hamilton in Cars 3. That was a very nice little touch. Cars 3 is better than 2. Cars 3 is Cars 2 in everything but name. Like, the only thing that, like, canonically happens in Cars 2 that they reference in Cars 3 is Doc having passed away. That's it. That is it. And even then, like, Cars 3 references it on its own to kind of just, like, acknowledge that it happened. Like, nothing else is brought back from Cars 2. If it didn't exist and Cars 3 was released as it was released, nothing would change. Get confused between Cars 2 and Cars 3? Cars 2 is a movie about Mater. That's really, like, the biggest thing that you can kind of say is, like, the movie is around Mater. It's not around Lightning. Yeah, you can watch Cars 1 and 3 without watching 2. Yeah, I saw Cars 3 in theaters without having seen Cars 2, and I was not lost at all. Duck and the Rabbit were the only thing saving the movie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Key and Peele. Yeah. It's not Cars 3 to drive-in. A fitting movie to see in a drive-in. Yeah. Or Steve James Bond, Cars 3's Fast and the Furious. I mean, it's just... Yeah, Cars 2 is a spy movie, which is the dumbest thing to do in the Cars universe. Yeah. I don't know. If Cars 2 was about lightning racing and that was really it, fine by me. I love racing movies. Cars 1's great. Cars 3's great. Cars 2 has, like, 5 minutes of greatness, and it's the first race. That's it. Nothing else. Like, yeah, it's just... EA Play is required to open NHL 19, even though you have the disc. Oops. Cars 2's racing parts and they suck. The racing parts aren't bad. The actual racing parts aren't bad. When it's like half a minute of racing just to show, like, the villain doing their thing, it wasn't really racing. The actual racing wasn't bad, though. Only saw Cars 3 once, so I don't remember what happens. Basically, Lightning's, like, getting outpaced by rookies because cars get faster over time. Lightning gets old is the plot of the movie, basically. Which is fine. It made sense as a plot. Essentially, you have hotshot rookie and then veteran that's struggling to keep pace. It's like, alright, I'm fine with that. The rival in Cars 3 is cool. The premise of Cars 3 is pretty good. Still have to see it. Yeah, Cars 3 is worth seeing. That one's definitely worth watching if you have the ability to. So watch Cars 3 and watch Soul. In the talks of Pixar movies. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I need to flip this, and I don't know if... I feel like I'm going to get just used to it enough by the end of the stream that it's going to be impossible for me to flip it. But right now, my setup is, like, obviously on the screen. The 3DS is on the right, the Switch is on the left. And, like, on my desk, the 3DS is on the right, my Pro Controller's on the left. But my counter buttons... The Switch is on the left, or is on the right, and the 3DS is on the left. So it's like reversed from how I'd want it to be. Cars 4 seems as unneeded as Toy Story 4 now. Yeah, we don't need a Cars 4. It wrapped up. I mean, essentially, I think Cars 3 was mostly, I think, kind of made out of spite. Like... They definitely put passion into it, but I think a lot of that passion was fueled by the anger of having been forced to make Cars 2. They're like, fine, we'll make another Cars movie, and we will just end the franchise. You can't ask us to make another one. Granted, you know. Ultimately, Disney has the final say, no matter if it's Pixar or not. Like, let's be real. Yo, Cubowack Raid. Cubo Raid. Welcome, Raiders. How you guys doing? Cubowack, how was your stream today? Guys, if you haven't checked him out, Cubowack is another streamer who does a bunch of Pokemon content. Go check him out if you haven't. Cubowack, how was your stream today, man? Good to see ya. Octo, welcome to the stream as well. Just a couple of us wanted to show love. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hope you've been having a good night. Like Soul, the story was interesting. The animation was really cool. It was, yeah. All around, Souls was like. Souls was Soul was a movie that showed Pixar still really does have it. Like, they still have their magic. They still have their ability to make truly good movies. It was fun. Tapacoco's playing hard to get. Good hanks in the chat. Yeah, man, I feel that. Something liked. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, just on private. That's all good, man. That's all good. I still got to get my alerts reset up. I adjusted my layout to have dual hunting going on, and like the 3DS capture my alert box was, so I don't actually have the alerts going right now. But thank you. I appreciate that, man. Pixar shorts have been good. They make good shorts. Oh, what's the one I'm thinking of that was really good? Like, I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. Or like, it just seemed like a very interesting kind of premise. I wasn't sure how they were going to pull it off, but the, like, yarn ball that worked in, like, an office. That was really funny. I liked that one. Like, it was funny and also, like, actually had, like this kind of deep, like, moral of the story to it. Yeah, Cubox rated us before. Well, the Pink Girl in the Office. Yeah! Alright, so we're thinking about the same one. Yeah, that was a really good one. I forget what its name was. It was some pun off of her being a ball of yarn. It was good. That one was really good. I remember just, like, seeing that. I don't know if it was just, like... I forget where I saw it. I don't know. I don't think Disney Plus was out at that point. So it might have just been YouTube. Like, we went on YouTube and looked like Pixar shorts or something. What I'm saying is Yuxi is the best Lake trio, and you'll die on that opinion. Well, we have a shiny Yuxi already. Been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've heard good things. I need to watch it. But I've got so many other shows that I'm like, I need to watch that. I haven't had time to even try that one out. only Pixar short you can remember is the lava one. I feel like I can remember some of the older ones. There was one on a playground that was like toy based or just like lost object based or something. That one was pretty cute. But most of the Pixar shorts I can remember are ones focused more so, or not like focused on, but like the ones that like I saw when I saw Pixar movies in theaters. And I haven't seen a Pixar movie in theaters since like Toy Story 3. So it's been a while. If you find it, can you post in Discord the Pixar short I'm thinking of? I can see if it's somewhere that's not Disney Plus. I know it's on Disney Plus now. Because I've seen it on Disney Plus. A pop figure of the Pixar lit? How does that work as a pop figure? I don't know. I might just be out of touch. I don't understand pop figures in general. Like, in general, I don't see the appeal. But how does a pop figure work for a lamp? Like the whole idea of pop figures is the like face shape and the eyes just being the generic thing that they are, and then you build the costumes around it. How does a lamp work? Old man playing chess? Yeah, I do remember that one. That one's good. I'm gonna... Oh, it looks like there's not like an official one. Okay. There's just like pop figure sized ones that they're kind of calling that. Okay. Seen the mountain one. The mountain Pixar shorts? Pixar Mountain short film. I have, that's the lava one that someone was talking about. Y'all, I reset the wrong system again. Pearl. Pearl is the Pixar like Spark short. That's what they call them. The Spark shorts. But yeah, if you just look up like Pixar yarn short film, you'll find Pearl, and that's the one that Vanillix and I were talking about. That's really good. If you go for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the Halloween episodes are really good, and the other episodes are just as good. All right, noted. Turbo's your favorite DreamWorks movie? I never saw Turbo. I thought it was like the weirdest little premise. Wait, I'm sorry. Your favorite DreamWorks film is not Shrek? J-Teen, what's up, man? This isn't allowed on the internet, man. You can't have that opinion. I gotta go. Alright, see you later, Demuffle. It was good to see you, man. Good luck with all the school stuff. Have a nice night. Yeah, you too. You too. Best of shiny luck. Thank you. I hope to see you again soon, man. Turbo needs more attention, but it's not that amazing. It's like, if DreamWorks doesn't make their movie into a trilogy, it's usually not that great. Like, obviously there's a very, like, generalized statement that's not always right, but it always feels like just, like, the best DreamWorks movies are, like, in a franchise. The B movie is the best. I can't even ironically say I like it. Mel and I tried watching it one time. It's like, haha, let's watch the B movie. Obviously, you have to watch the B movie. It's the internet meme. It's the thing. You have to watch the B movie. We got, like... I thought we honestly had made it, like, an hour and 15 minutes into this movie. I was like, all right, when does, like, wow, like, this movie must, like, wrap up quick. Like, we were coming up to, like, the end time. Like, it's not that, like, long of a runtime for a movie. We were 30 minutes in. It felt like over an hour, and we were 30 minutes in. We had to turn it off. I can't finish that movie. Just, I can't do it. Yeah, Turbo's the one about a racing snail. Got a movie and a Netflix show. Yeah, I got the Netflix thing. A lot of DreamWorks movies have gotten the Netflix shows. Boss Baby also exists, and I haven't seen Boss Baby, but I already have grudge with it, because nothing inherently about it. There are plenty of just bad animated movies. They exist. My beef with Boss Baby is that it came out when Baby Driver was out in theaters, and that made like everyone get the two movies mixed up, and people didn't go and see Baby Driver, despite Baby Driver being my all-time favorite movie, and more people need to see it. I usually don't see movies multiple times in theaters, but I saw Baby Driver 3 times in theaters, because it's just that good. I swear, bro, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong. Again and again. B movie more like Bay movie. Oh my god. We do not speak of Boss Baby. Again, my beef with it isn't that it's nightmare fueled, like a nightmare fueled fever dream with Alec Baldwin playing a baby. That's whatever. Weirder movies exist. It came out when Baby Driver was coming out, and I was so confused by my friends being like, we should go see Baby Driver. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, from the title, I was like, are you sure? Are you guys okay? Because, like, I wasn't sure. I thought that was the crummy DreamWorks movie. And it's not. It's an amazing Edgar Wright movie, and it's just phenomenal. What's your opinion on The Nightmare Before Christmas? Best movie ever made. It's good. I haven't watched it in a long time. I need to watch it again. Stop motion is something I always respect wholeheartedly. Am I nervous? Nervous about what? If anything, it's just I haven't had caffeine in a while. If I'm actually, like, acting nervous or something, it's just I haven't had caffeine in a while. And I had, like, a large can of Coke. You regret watching Boss Baby and you paid for 3 people? No! Triple regret. My friend's dad was legitimately mad that he paid money to see episode 9 of Star Wars. I usually don't hear people be, like, actually, like, upset about having paid to see a movie. Like, regret is one thing, but, like, was actively mad that he had paid to see Rise of Skywalker, I think. Yeah. Some may say it's a Halloween movie. It's absolutely a Christmas movie. Forgot Over the Hedge was the thing. I would say I constantly forget about it. I forgot it existed and never went back to thinking about it. The song's gonna have one of those drops in it, I guess. It's not really what I was expecting, but alright. So Thanksgiving. If you average out Halloween and Christmas, you get Thanksgiving. You have a point. Biggest movie theater chain is so much cheaper than AMC or Regal. It's unreal. We had a couple of Carmike theaters around us that were always cheaper. They looked like they were cheaper. It's like it fit, but we had a couple. Yeah, AMC's always super expensive. Haven't seen any of the new ones and never will. Avoid the new movies, just watch the new series. Like, watch Mandalorian, watch the other ones when they come out. Like, Mandalorian is great. So, like, yeah, watch, like, Mandalorian. You can avoid the 4 movies that they released. Like, episode 7 kind of got slack just because it was like, oh my god, a new Star Wars movie. But episode 8 couldn't recover from how poorly Star Wars episode 7 set it up, and then it tried recovering, did a bad job at recovering, like, made a lot of people dislike Rian Johnson, even though he can make great things. Like Knives Out, you should also go watch Knives Out if you haven't. And then episode 9 sealed the deal that it was Abrams that was really the problem with those movies. Did you all know that there's a J.J. Abrams pop figure? That's the weirdest, like just a normal real life person is a pop figure. Like that just makes a very generic pop figure. Like you wouldn't know who it is unless you looked at like the box that said J.J. Abrams on it. That was very weird to see. Watch anything without the Jedi stuff? Pretty much. I mean, Clone Wars. Clone Wars is fine. Watch that. I need to watch that. But word of mouth is Clone Wars is still great. Like the new season of Clone Wars was perfectly fine. And Mandalorian's good, obviously. Mandalorian is really good. I'm enjoying that. Seeing the Mandalorian and stuff like Rebels, just not movies. Yeah. So you've seen the good things. Notice Ian didn't reply to my chat about him telling him to square up. I did reply. I think I just went on the Boss Baby rant and missed it at first, but I came back to it. Square up, man. You're wrong. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Shrek is the best DreamWorks movie ever. No matter how good of a movie they come out with, Shrek's the best DreamWorks movie ever. Season 31 of The Simpsons came into Disney Plus and you hated it. I don't want to watch it. I binged all of The Simpsons season 1 through 30 when they came out on Disney Plus. Like originally I was watching like episodes when I was working from home, like, you know, a day or two a week. And then suddenly I was working from home every day of the week. So I got through it much faster. But I think everyone's going to have a different cutoff on when they think the best episodes end. And it just depends on when you actually watch The Simpsons on TV. Like, I watched The Simpsons, like, right around season 20. So, like, late teens and the early 20s, like, the seasons of The Simpsons I watched on TV. Realistically, like, only 2 or 3 of those seasons, like, season 21, I think, is the season that I actually sat down with my dad and watched every episode every Sunday, like, when they came out. Maybe season 20, maybe season 22. I did that as well. Or earlier. I really want to say it was earlier, because season 23 is when I noticed an immediate decline, and it didn't ever recover. I want to say season 23. It might have been 26. I don't know. There was an episode where it was like, this has stopped being quintessential The Simpsons, like, hijinks, and it's just, what celebrity cameo can we get to put them into some generic story they'd end up in any other show? And that was the moment it dropped for me, as well as also, you can just tell, like, you can tell that all the voices are aging. Yeah, so, like, I got through season 30 just because I had started. It was like, alright, I'm watching them all, but I can't go back and continue watching. Like, I can't imagine season 31 got better. But as long as it makes money, they'll keep making it. I think 32 is confirmed, 33 is unconfirmed. But they have enough scripts written that won't make it into season 32 that they have a season 33. So we at least have 2 more seasons of The Simpsons. It's just, it's run its course. Like, there's a lot of people say, like, oh, season, like, 4 through 9 were the best, and fair to them. Like, again, I have nostalgia for seasons, like, 19 through 22. So clearly, those are the ones I'm going to be like, oh, like, it was just exciting to have made it far enough through The Simpsons for it to stop being, I remember seeing this rerun, and start being, I remember sitting down after dinner on Sunday and watching this. Yo, we get a Puffin raid. Yo, welcome Raiders to me ranting about The Simpsons. How's everyone doing? Welcome Raiders. Puffin, thank you for the raid. How's everybody doing today? Raid hype. Raid hype. How's everyone doing? I don't think I'm going to be able to read all y'all's names. But yo, Raiders, welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I see Saluvia. I remember Saluvia. How you doing? You're great. Awesome. Awesome. Yo, Raiders, welcome to the stream. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming over. Puffin, thank you for the raid. How was the stream, everyone? Did Puffin find a Kyogre? I think Puffin was going for a Kyogre, right? Or is Puffin here? I haven't seen his name in the massive just like swarm that's come through. But yeah, welcome everyone coming in from the raid. Hope you guys have been having a good night. You said, well, thank you, Ozuna. Jimmy as well. Hey, Puffin, you got a different fish. Awesome, man. Awesome. Puffin, thank you for the raid. Y'all, if you're from my stream and you haven't seen Puffin, he's an amazing shiny hunter. Streams almost daily. Go check him out for sure. But I imagine most of you have, because most of you from my chat have seen him because he's amazing. And how could you have not? How you have not have heard of Puffin at this point? Thank you, man. I really appreciate the raid. How long will the live stream last? Probably about 30 more minutes. That'll be about the 2-hour mark for me, which is usually the point where my AC stops being able to combat the computer. Dual hunting, Soul Silver starters, and Kyogre. Ooh, nice. Another dual hunt. We got Relicanth. Yo, that's awesome. I tried going for a Relicanth, I think through SOS one time. Did not go well. Yeah. Well, welcome everyone. I'm going to read names. I can see XD Flynn, Jonathan Miller, Alicia Robinson, Ozuna, Mika Van de Castile, I think, Toyd Alpha, Kunal, Jimmy Reagan, Philip Fire, Josh F, Jonah Lee, Jack Stacy, Space Fanoid. Chat got crazy. Gonna grab a bite and a pop back in here. Alright, awesome. Awesome, it's good to see you, Puffin. I know I haven't been tuned into your streams much. I think I just reset the wrong one again. I think we're fine though. I'm definitely struggling to get back into the dual hunting groove. Hashtag good times indeed. I was gonna visit Puffin's stream when this one ended, but Puffin visited us. It seems so. Yo, Jonathan, what's good, man? What's good? Things are good here. It's been a little bit since I streamed. I got my capture cards, or I got capture cards working for dual hunting again. I was trying to get both of my DS capture cards to work, but unfortunately, they weren't playing nice together. Because I have two Katsukity like DS capture cards. I have the 3DS capture card that I can't move because the cable's kind of funky, and then I have this like old original DS capture card, and they don't play nice together. I was gonna try to do like a Gen 7 and a Gen 3 hunt today, like start like a Torchic soft reset or something, but it just they weren't playing well together. Like only one would work at a time, so that's something I gotta work out. It's fun switching accounts. You liked and sub? Well, thank you, Arna. I appreciate that. You're back. Where were you? Yeah. Yeah, one, you missed it all. Can you get a challenge beat so everyone can go there? Never seen anybody else in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't know where Challenge Beach would be. Like and sub. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate that. Oh, that was the wrong counter, and I also still almost reset the wrong system. Y'all, I've reset, for all the Raiders coming in, I've reset the 3DS so many times when I intend to reset the Switch. I don't know, something, I gotta get used to this again. Like, I have the Pro Controller in my lap. I've just been doing that there, and I keep looking up. Slivia's donating so much money. Think you're gonna dip? All right, Octo. See you later, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining through the raid from Cubawack. I appreciate that, man. You have a shiny Raikou? Awesome, Emma. Shiny Raikou is really cool. You like and sub, because you know we'll get the shiny. Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate the confidence, because we will get the shiny. No matter how long it takes, we will get it. Before you dip, resetting is slower than just doing the pattern again. Is it? I had heard it was the other way around. Challenge beaches in the Isle of Armor. I haven't done Isle of Armor yet. I actually didn't buy the Sword and Shield DLC until Crown Tundra came out, so I could do like this hunt. And so I've only played Crown Tundra. I haven't played Isle of Armor yet. Resetting is faster, probably assuming I actually like do it quickly. Because part of the problem is I'm like getting distracted just by like having two systems running. Yo, Grenji, welcome, man. You got a shiny Kyogre and a randomizer, and it killed itself. No. Rip the shiny Kyogre. Dynatree Hill. Is that the big tree? Is that another area where that happens? You have a shiny Salamence. Awesome. You're gonna head out. Alright, see you later, Saluvia. It was good seeing you. Thanks for coming in with the raid. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I hope to see you again soon. Imagine getting shiny Electrode and it hit self-destruct. That would be rough. I'm always worried about Pokemon that can end the battles on their own. Like, I forget, there was some Pokemon that I had to go into a battle with, like, Damp or something, just to attempt, like, a soft reset hunt for him. Name your next Pokemon a horse. No matter what it is, it's a horse. You're gonna go now. Alright, see you later, Neon Gamer. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you again sometime. You're hunting shiny Ralts through a Masuda method. Awesome. Good luck with that one, Sean. I have a like random encounter Ralts hunt that I was doing that I just haven't finished yet. I need to get back to that. That one was in Emerald. How are you guys in chat this patient? Staying until I get a shiny. Alright, Tom. Alright. It'd be awesome if we could get one soon. Technically, this Azelf hunt is like over a year old. Because I just hadn't been able to hook up my capture cards until recently. Because I had an issue where I had to get a new computer back like this time last year. My old one just died. It was crashing constantly. I had tried fixing it and it just got worse. So it was wrong system, reset again. Oh, this is it. I have been struggling with that one. Yeah, so it was a whole thing where I got a new computer because my old one was dying, so I built a new computer. But I couldn't get the capture software back because it was on the old computer. The old computer wouldn't turn on, nothing like that. And it was just a mess, and I couldn't get the capture software off it, and I couldn't download it again because they're Katsukity cards. So Katsukity doesn't exist anymore. Their sites are gone. Like the only remnants of Katsukity in any official like capacity is like old forum posts. So there's no download links to the software anywhere trustworthy. So I just couldn't use the capture cards. Until, like, very recently that I was able to get the old computer running and get the capture software off of. And then they were just being fussy because they're old capture cards. If you get a shiny Ralts, what should you name it? Oh, I'm terrible at naming Pokemon. I mean, would you be evolving it into a Gardevoir or a Gallade? Nothing will ever compare to Regice or Trico. Regice will never be equaled. I don't think. I don't think there's any way we go to that mark. Alright, I can reset both of them. 37 days just to get a shiny Lugia and Pokemon Soul Silver? Like, just, like, 37 days straight? Or, like, just started on day 1, and then at day 37 got it, like, just through intermittent hunting. Name it Cheez-It. You make it Gardevoir? I kind of like Cheez-It. It's like the orange little, the orange horns sticking up kind of look like Cheez-It stuck in its hair. What was my Regice? My Regice was an Ultra Moon, or it was a Usum hunt. It was a Usum wormhole hunt with Shiny Charm that went to like 9,000 encounters. It was crazy. It was way over odds. Also, I bumped the cap card, so it turned off. This is why I couldn't move the cap card to show it. Are we good? Hey, we're good. Yeah, I had to buy a little stand to hold the 3DS just so like I didn't touch it and move it. But I bumped the cable. So you didn't give the top hat to Regice. It didn't hit 10k. It didn't get the 10k top hat. No. Finished season 1 of Attack on Titan last night. Nice. That's as far as I got because I watched back when there was only one season and I never came back to it. Love using gimmicks and fighting other trainers in Usum. Yeah, really annoy that AI. That'll show them. Some old screenshot of yours and was photoshopping a can of Pepsi into my hand. I'm glad to see that like my like complete disdain towards Pepsi has lasted long enough to be meme level. Y'all, I did it again. I need to reset the Switch. Not the 3D. The number of times I've just been standing in front of... At least it's not the other way around and the 3DS is fast to reset. I've done this too many times. I also need to spend the off time of the stream getting this muscle memory back down, right? Like... You know, like an athlete, you know, training. I need to like get like lights set up to randomly go off for me like resetting the different systems, so I can get that muscle memory down correctly. Like a true professional. How many more moves should be created till Pokemon calls it quits? I don't know how many moves there are officially. I know Pokemon's approaching 1,000, like the number of Pokemon. Seen My Hero, Full Metal Brotherhood, 2 seasons of SAO, Demon Slayer, Promised Neverland Season 1, and Season 1 of Attack on Titan. It's a good list. It's been a while since I watched anything like that. Like, I think one of the most recent things I saw was catching up on My Hero. What was my last shiny during a live stream? I think it was Yuxi. I think it was Yuxi like a year and a half ago. I genuinely think that's what it was. Because after Yuxi we came to Azelf, I think, right? Or was it Mesprit next? I think it was the last Lake Guardian we did. Which might have been Mesprit. But yeah, it was the last Lake Guardian we got, I think. So it's been like a year and a half since I got one on stream. Because after that we went to... Ghastly for like a Halloween hunt. Like in the middle of the Azelf hunt last time. Hence, we started at like 2,500. We never got Ghastly, and then Sword and Shield came out. I played Sword and Shield like for a night on stream just to see what it was like, have fun with it. Then I didn't stream for a couple days while I beat Sword, so I could come back and do more streams there. I think we came back and started Grookey. Never found Grookey before, like, I think that's when I started having computer issues and couldn't stream as much. Then we came back after I finally got like stream assets and stuff set back up to some extent. I came back and I did the Squavit hunt, and then we played like Mario and stuff for the summer. And then, yeah, and then we came back to this like a month or two ago. Oh, Nikalid, yeah, it has to be male with Dawnstone. Fanbase for my hero is toxic. Any fanbase that's big enough is going to have toxic parts to it. Just ignore the fanbase and watch the show. Is usually my strategy for most big popular things. It's like there are some niche groups for like artists and like various small little things that I follow, but I tend to avoid bigger groups. You know, because at that point you just kind of have that. Watch a show and don't associate with the fanbase. There you go. Bingo. That's the way to do it. Favorite legendary? Rayquaza. I'm a Gen 3 kid. Through and through. Favorite region's Hoenn. Favorite gen is Gen 3. There's like the outliers are favorite Pokemon's Rowlet and favorite game is Sun. Rowlet's just phenomenal and great because it's Rowlet. Sun's my favorite game just because it's the game I got into shiny hunting with, and it's the game that I've put over 2,000 hours into my save on Sun. Like, that cartridge is extremely valuable to me. It has all of my shinies on it, outside of the few that I've found in other games. But yeah, favorite legendary is Rayquaza. Emerald was like my favorite game as a kid. Ralts was my favorite Pokemon before Rowlet. Like, I will always be a Gen 3 kid. Rayquaza's official pronunciation sounds so dumb. Rayquaza. SOS hunting was a real game changer. SOS hunting got so many people, including myself, into shiny hunting. Like, and it hasn't been matched since. Like, I'm fine going back to older methods because like those are how it was, you know, like that's how it always was, kind of thing for me in my perspective, and they're a bit more difficult. Where like going forward, some of the methods feel a little just like uninvolved. Like, catch 30 of this Pokemon in a row, and then it'll more likely to be shiny, and let's go. Or, you know, Sword and Shield is still just kind of running around and encountering stuff at random, which is fine. But SOS had, like, for me at least, it had this, like, it had a good rhythm to it. It had some strategy for, you know, setting up your team to be able to infinitely SOS off Pokemon. You had to take into account various moves, and you had all this, like, strategy to it. Like, there was a lot you could do. And it was entertaining not only to do, but to watch. And I think that's kind of why a lot of, like, the shiny streams kind of blew up with Gen 7. And then obviously just USUM kind of didn't keep the momentum well. And then Let's Go didn't have the most engaging of methods. Let's Go, honestly, catch combos is my least favorite method to stream. It's not necessarily my least favorite to do, but it relies 100% on the chat and the conversation being entertaining, which is fine. But, like, I encounter 30 Pokemon and catch them, and then I stand still in a corner and wait for a shiny to show up on the screen. Like, there's who wants to watch a stream of a guy watching a video game, right? Like, if I can take my hands fully off the controllers for 2 hours and it be the stream, I don't think that's a very fun stream for anyone involved. Really miss Poké Radar hunting. That's one I want to try. I want to try that on stream at some point. Favorite shiny Pokemon? Milotic. Milotic is already in my top as far as like top Pokemon goes. Again, Gen 3, you're seeing a pattern. But like the blue and gold color scheme is so good. Milotic, top Pokemon. Top shiny Pokemon. Hate Lucario's shiny, but shiny Lucario is kind of burned into your name. No, your name's a horse. Pokénav was kind of fun in Oras. Yeah, I tried that. I tried a bit of Ralts in that. I think Whismer as well. There's still a Whismer hunt I never finished, but that just wasn't going well. Yeah, so. Yeah, I'd love to go back and do some more of the older hunts. Like the more older hunt styles, like there are actual methods and stuff, and like actual kind of like hunting as opposed to just soft resets. What happens when you see shiny Pokemon reactions to chat? Ah, no way, OMG. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's how it do be. Do I have a shiny Milotic in Sword and Shield? Lee doesn't look shiny. I do not. I have it in Sun. I actually don't even really have a proper shiny hunting team in Gen 8, because you don't really need one for normal hunts, and my legendary hunting team is still in USUM. Because I had a goal that clearly I did not make, because I am here, of hunting all of the wormhole legends in Pokedex order before Gen 8 came out. This above me here, up there, is proof that never happened. But so like my shiny hunting team is stuck down here, at least until I do that. The Milotic in this party is one that I bred for IVs, I want to say. So I have one. It's just not in either of these games. Yo, Pluto, welcome to the stream. One time a horse subbed to your channel as your first sub. Was I not your first sub? I guess my subs are private. I also made a sub second. Yo, Meaty Man, you got a Tapu Lele? Nice. I haven't done the shiny Tapus yet. I need to do those. Use some wormhole shinies, then transfer the Sword and Shield. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I think that'd probably be the plan. Assuming I didn't like get all the shinies legends I'd want from Sword and Shield before that. At least all the ones that would require a shiny hunting team. So realistically, it'll be a very tense moment if shiny Regidrago shows up. As I am not actually fully prepared. I've done a couple test captures. Just seeing if like my current team would work for catching Regidrago. It was successful every time, knock on wood, So hopefully that would go to plan. Tapu Lele. The shiny Tapus look so cool. I was very sad I couldn't get them in Sun and Moon. I think there was a way to get them, like from various like tournaments, but sadly, I also was unable to really participate in the tournaments because I had really bad internet back then and wouldn't have been able to stay connected to finish a match. What's best shiny in my recommendation? Like the best shiny? I have shiny Milotic, 100% favorite shiny. I recommend everyone get it. Backup Master Ball, I catch everything in Pokeballs. I'm insane. I will lose a shiny before I catch it in something that isn't a Pokeball. So yeah, all 200 plus of my shinies are in regular Pokeballs. You cannot get the shiny Tapus in Sword and Shield. Yeah. You're trying to catch a Gallade, but Dragon Clay left it at 1 HP, so you're kind of lucky. Nice. Yeah, it's the Pokeball thing's like just part of my like. I want my collection to be all identical. So, it's something that I've done since I got back into Pokemon with Oras. I was like, I want all of my Pokemon to be in the same Pokeball, where possible, because like Safari Balls are something you had to use to complete the decks. But my starter was in a Pokeball, so nothing else could be, like, no other ball was an option. Only seen someone who got 2 shinies at once. Oh, you saw someone who got 2 at once? Like 2 different hunts on stream? That would be crazy. Like, that would be legitimately insane. Imagine a legendary and a heal ball. Your Switch died before you could catch it? No! Aw, I'm so sorry, Sean. This is your favorite starter and also helps you in shiny hunting. Yeah. I'll never use a shiny in my shiny hunting. Solely because I don't want the shiny animations or sounds to happen and me get super excited and then realize that I'm just seeing my own, like, Pokemon drop in. Like, I feel like it would cause too many, like, adrenaline spikes during any given stream. If you have a long battle and continue to reset, it's more possible. Still crazy, though. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever... If one of these is shiny, we're putting the other controller down. I'm always worried that I'm going to go on autopilot and just reset. Like, you guys have seen me reset the 3DS cap card when I needed to reset the Switch so many times already today. That's just autopilot in my head, just moving forward with reset. Really, it's the muscle memory coming back from the, like, year plus of every day streaming on the 3DS cap card. And just being very used to that. Let's catch all the legends in a friend ball. Didn't someone do it in the Beast Ball? Gonna find both Shiny Azelf and Regidrago at the same time. I really hope I don't. I don't know if I could take it. I'd be so nervous about either the captures failing or systems crashing. Because again, I drew each one individually, so it's like the nerves of, like, a shiny being left on a locked system. No, I would die of panic. like admittedly, it would be hype. It would be really neat. But I would just die. I almost reset the 3DS again. World peace comes with friend balls. Muscle memory is a bad drug. It's also why I never use rubber bands for soft resetting. I always make myself hit every button. Also because I fat thumb controllers a lot, and I would not be surprised if I hit start on accident on something. Never used a friend ball. What do they do? I think it just increases, like... Doesn't it just increase how fast happiness rises or something? Or am I mistaken? Muscle memory's a bad drug. Tell it to speedrunners. I mean, I have it for other games, just not this game. It's just performance enhancement for them. Person who got it was Patters. Exact same time, Azelf and Scyther. Hey, so it's an Azelf. Did that look shiny to anyone else for a second? I don't know why, but like when it cut in on the Drago, it looked shiny. Like, I don't know, it was suddenly very like it looked very saturated for a second there. Puffin failed his recent Mimikyu hunt chain twice from dexterity slip-ups. Oof. Oof. But I saw you got the Mimikyu, which is awesome. Mimikyu was an interesting hunt. Doing that SOS when I did that a couple of years ago. How many times did I soft reset a legendary? Like, how many legendaries have I soft reset for? All the Gen 1s, all the Gen 2s, all the Gen 3s, and then Uxie and Mesprit. I don't know what that comes out to. And then Regidrago I'm working on, and Azelf I'm working on. How many encounters I've done? For this one I've done 1182. What if it was shiny? We'll find it again. I try not to think about that if it happens. Hate the battle camera sometimes in 3D Pokemon games. And it always changes right when I actually want to look at it. Do I know Pokemon Brick Bronze? I had heard of it. I know it got shut down. I had heard of it when it was out. Say 2709? We'll go to 2709 then. It's been a little over 2 hours. And it's starting to get a little hot in here. So yeah. Alright, JT, we'll see if your prediction's right. We'll end at 2709. Better predict right. How many shinies do I have total? I haven't counted in a while. Last time I counted, I was over 150, but that was a long time ago, so probably 200-ish by now. Which is still a lot, but it feels like I hit the wrong button. I was like, what is that noise? But I have like 2,000 hours on my Sun save, estimating, because the save stops counting at 999 hours and 59 minutes. Really, it stops counting at 999 hours, and it just tacks on a 59 minutes, because at that point, that's a rounding error. So yeah, I've maxed out the save time counter on Sun. 2710 will... Tom, we will see that one on the next stream. What if I got on Age-Rise Best Shiny Reactions? That'd be kind of neat. I almost reset the 3DS again. Yeah. Yeah. That's an issue of copyright and trademark stuff. It kind of has to be taken down if it gets popular enough. Or Game Freak and Pokemon Company as a whole risk losing the, like, exclusive rights to the name. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that one was absolutely just going to be taken down. Also, guys, we are wrapping up soon. Let's see if we can continue this raid train. Is there any other Shiny Hunter live streaming at the moment? That we can raid. That Bald Gamer's doing some stuff. We want to try hitting him up. We say we hate Nintendo or EA, yet we still buy their games. I don't know about you, but I don't buy EA games. I buy Nintendo games, but my feelings towards Nintendo aren't the same as my feelings towards EA. My feeling towards Nintendo are, you can get away with stuff, you make good games. EA's like problems with the consumers is that they make bad games a lot of the time. But alright, guys, we'll continue this raid. We'll take it over to that Bald Gamer. He's going with Zapdos, it looks like. You're heading out? Alright, see you later, Jimmy. Thank you for tuning in. It was nice to meet you. Stream Arcanine's also live. I think we'll still go for that Bald Gamer. I think that'll be a good one. Can I go to Dyna Tree Hill? Not tonight. Zelda 1 and 2 are on the Switch Online thing. Yeah. Alright. All right, JT, here we go. We're gonna get this last encounter. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this link.
Which one's a probiotic?
There we go. You got to hear a second of a YouTube ad about probiotic yogurt. All right, here we go, JT. Ah man, no shiny tonight. Roll last Reggie Drago, and then we'll be doing a raid. And no Reggie Drago either. So yeah, let's get this raid going, guys. All right, guys. So before I send out the raid info here, thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you for all the new viewers, all the people who came in with the raids. It was cool hanging out with y'all and meeting ya. But yeah, so it was good meeting y'all. I hope to see y'all again soon, and let's try this raid out. Which ones are probiotics? Yeah. All right, guys. Here's the link for the raid. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope to see you all again very soon. And until next time, take care.
Lemonade pays claims.